You caught me at a very weird time. I was trying to sleep, but I guess while you're here, and maybe if you give me some time to wake up, we can talk about something that I like quite a bit. Let's talk about Halloween 4. So, I used to be very critical of Halloween 4 because I just thought it was a lackluster movie. I took one look at the mask and I thought, oh my god, how could anybody look at that? I think that was a good idea. But now, having looked back on it, watched the film with new eyes, I have a new appreciation for Halloween 4 and just what it was trying to do. In fact, another video really put that into perspective. It was somebody's retrospective on Halloween 4, or it was somebody, and I can't quite remember, but basically it was like they were trying to make a Halloween movie that was going to follow in the lineage of Halloween 1 and 2, but make it its own thing. And if you look at it from that perspective, then I think Halloween 4 becomes something very special. I can highlight a few things I like about it. We can start off with Dr. Loomis. Dr. Loomis is really cool in this because he really sells Michael Myers as a potential threat. Most of these movies are just, you just know he's a threat. But with Dr. Loomis in Halloween 4, it really does feel like this is a potent, very potent thing here, where Dr. Loomis needs to get Michael Myers under control or something bad is going to happen. And Donald Pleasence really brings this role to life. I mean, seriously, just a great role. It's wonderful, honestly. Yeah. So something else I really liked was the dynamic between Jamie Lloyd and Rachel. Is that her name? You get it. And yeah, just a great little sister dynamic. Jamie Lloyd, being a little child, has to go through a lot in this movie, and I feel bad for her, mainly because she plays her role well as a scared little child, and that's not really fun for me to watch. But in the situation where she has to overcome and what eventually happens to her by the end of the movie, I think for her it's a very cool little arc she goes through. And it's just a fun time. I really think so. And Rachel, her sister, great, good authority figure. Great person for Jamie Lloyd to look up to. And her moments in the movie are really swell. Just really enjoyed them as a pair. It made me feel good. Or it kind of reminded me of my own big sister in a way. And just siblings, just in general. Very nice role. Thought it was very fun. Another thing about this film I like is the pacing, because Halloween 4, first Michael Myers is in a coma, and then he makes it out, and he gets a jumpsuit and the bandage mask. I love the bandage mask look for Michael Myers. It just looks great, and yeah, it just looks fantastic. It's a great look for Michael, and just one of his best, I think. But probably my favorite thing about this movie is Michael Myers himself. For the same reason that I like Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th Part 8, because Michael Myers in this is what makes this film really work and really stand out. George P. Wilbur, he may not be Nick Castle, he may not be Dick Warlock, he may not be James Jude Courtney, but what he is a very competent and very cool Michael Myers. And I'll admit, I used to hate the Halloween 4 mask, and a part of me still does. The wide-eyed version, I don't quite like. There's this one very specific look of it, and it looks a bit freaky. And truth be told, if they sold that version of the mask, I would want to own that version of the mask. I think Michael Myers as a character here works, as now he's a myth and a legend. He's an unstoppable monster. He's Terminator-like. He's just fun, I think. Really take their time to expand on who Michael Myers, the Shape, truly is. They don't just throw you into it and say, here's who he is. They build him up. They show him doing things. They really, really, really do a great job in making this film, maybe not special, but they make it seem like it's a fun time. And it is a pretty fun time looking back on it, you know? And it's not just the main cast and the main actors and characters, you know, the hunters that go after Michael Myers, the sheriff is the best sheriff in the entire series. The townspeople are nice. Yeah, I mean, I used to hate this movie with a flaming passion because I thought, ew, it's not Halloween 1 or Halloween 2, so it must be shit. However, as I said at the beginning, I have changed my stance because I do think that it works. It works as its own individual film. It works as a fun film. It's in the same vein as Friday the 13th, in that it's not meant to be quite taken as seriously as you might think. That's a fun little watch. And I've since really come to appreciate Halloween 4 and what it does for the franchise just in general. I think, honestly, I really do think they did a good job with this movie. And it would do a lot better than the other movies that would come after it, you know, Halloween 5 and 6, and for a long time there was no hope. And Halloween 4 was maybe the last of a dying breed of movies, where they took the IP seriously, they did everything they could to make you have a good time, and it was just a fun experience. Truly enjoyed it. So yeah, Freaky Friday, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Thought it, in hindsight, pretty fun film. Wouldn't mind watching it again one day. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the Boys Club channel, not just for Freaky Friday, but for other great content. And yeah. Why aren't you subscribed yet? It's very good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm glad you woke me up, but I really have to go back to sleep. It's late here, and I heard something outside the window. I just want to get some good night's sleep. It's probably nothing.